this will tell you Celtic's problem. Ryan Christie's playing up front with Odds and Edouard. You've got 3 strikers on the bench. There's been too much changing between the front 2 and the 2 centre backs for me. Well, and players not being in form, players not being fit, that Neil Lennon says, and when you get that, you kind of get a settled pair up front and you kind of get a settled pair at centre back, you're in trouble. You need that. Their relationships are so important in football for me. As I say, you can keep all the possession that you want, but where you win leagues is in both boxes, and Celtic have been miles off it in both for me.
Right, so here's Neil Lennon's message to the fans after the defeat in Dingwall.
I'm sorry, let them down again. It's not for the want of trying to win a game of football, so we're bitterly disappointed with that. Well, it's been a bugbear, or it's certainly been a weakness of ours all season, and I can't change it now. And we have a lot of players out, but heading the ball is part of the game. Defending set plays is part of the game. We have not done that anywhere near well enough this season. We can tell them ad nauseum on the training ground, we can set them up ad nauseum, but you've got to go and want to head the ball in both boxes, and we haven't done that well enough this season at all.
A recurring nightmare for them, isn't it?
I don't think they're as bad as Si says going forward. I think they're always going to create chances. Defensively, they're all over the place. There's no doubt about it. For set pieces, there's nobody who takes responsibility inside that box. That's plain and simple. And you hear Neil Lennon there, they can work all day on it. It's even across that white line, you can't hold their hands. Guys have got to stand up and take the responsibility, and clearly they're not doing that. But
again, when I'm saying both boxes with Edouard, the one that Christie plays across it and he misses it completely. I can't remember what game it was that when Celtic are on top, it gets cut back to Edouard a couple of times, 6 yards out, and he's missed it, and they go up. Because of that, the defence then feels under pressure and they end up conceding for there. Edouard last year doesn't miss the chances. He doesn't. He puts him in the back of the net, and obviously having that partnership with Griffiths all year, I think it's been a massive thing. Even when Lenny comes out and says Edouard wanted to leave in the summer, let him go. I think Celtic need to learn their lessons this year. If there's players that didn't want to play for Celtic or Rangers, let them go. Go and get somebody that wants to be there, because it makes a massive difference. If your main guy doesn't want to be there, Paul, that filters through the dressing room, Fergie. You know it yourself.
It does.
But see, the fans.
I think if you asked Neil Lennon, he would do it differently. There's no doubt. You obviously want to try and keep your best players, and Edouard clearly for me is Celtic's best player. But when they don't want to be there, sometimes you're better just saying, right, you know what, cut your losses and get rid of them. He started to do it in January, and I guess with Edouard coming back to a bit of form, he's still got to produce on the pitch for Celtic to get top dollar. Because if he's not playing well or not doing what he should be doing for the team, somebody's not going to come in and spend the big money on him.
But the fact that Ryan Christie's starting up front with £8 million worth of strike force, plus Lee Griffiths sitting on the bench, that tells you something's not right with the recruitment, Paul.
Play Go Radio Glasgow.